Here's an update to the unboxing. The original shipment did not have the chuck included in the box. I'm still going through everything, but then it also didn't have the toolbox and the tools that were supposed to come with it. But I received a separate shipment that has the toolbox. It's a tiny little thing, as well as the 3-jaw chuck. So now I can start cleaning things up. I really want to just take everything apart, clean it up, clean all the oil or anything that's left on it off before I really start using it. Make sure everything's tip-top, moving smoothly. I was missing some handles here and here, but I believe they would be expect them to be in this toolbox. Let's take a look. So we got the extra gears for, they are metal, probably pressed, centered pressed gears. We got the oil bottle, some of the tools, the tooling that comes with it, some wrenches, and here's the handles. So, got both of those. So it looks like everything is complete. In addition to that, I've got the live center. There is no chuck that came with it. I'll have to purchase that separate, but they're all supposed to be MT2. But it does turn on, it spins. You know, I've read you've got to set these up when you get them. They're not just super tweaked and ready to go out of the box. So I fully expect to have to take it apart, kind of clean it, and make sure everything's moving smoothly, get everything oiled up really well, and then we'll start testing it out. But for now, it did arrive, showed up. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's not the highest quality of workmanship assembling it, but if it was used, it sure doesn't look to be used much. It looks, if anything, it was just tested. I believe it to be what you get when you order one of these $800, $900 mini lathes. So I'll keep cleaning it up, getting it ready, and I'll add on an update when I have it. Here's the 3-jaw chuck. Haven't opened it yet. Here's the wrench, chuck key. Here's the bolts to bolt it on, nuts. Here's the jaws, probably the outside jaws, not sure. I expect there to be some attached, yep. And there's the rest. Let's get some of this here. Don't make too big of a mess. Hard to do with one hand, but it appears to be the same oil on the new chuck that was all over. It's not cosmoline. It's just a thin oil that they put all over this thing, just for rust prevention, I assume. I expected it to be just stuck. I guess I'm glad that it's not full of cosmoline. You know, that really, this stuff's difficult to get cleaned up, but it's oiled pretty well to keep the rust down. So appears to be pretty good, and the chuck, no rust, oiled really well. So I'll get that mounted. After I want to get everything cleaned up before I mount this. But yeah, everything has arrived. Now it's time to get working on it, clean it up, make sure everything's solid, make sure there's nothing binding, everything moves smoothly, and then we'll make some test cuts. Well, here's an update to the unboxing. I haven't done much, but I figured we would go through what came with the accessories. So here's the chuck. See if we can't set you down. So, need to clean up the workbench. That'll be part of this unboxing and clean up, but wanted to take a look at this chuck. It's 3-jaw that comes with it. With a check key and some, I guess these will be outside jaws. I've also got this fancy toolbox. It's very small, but it did come with the tailstock center, some screwdrivers. I don't know about the quality of them, but what do you expect? An oiler. That'll never get used. Some wrenches, metric. Some gears. Probably going to be for cutting threads. Some bolts. I'm quite sure these are to put the chuck on. Some tools. Get to those in a minute. Some handles. Some Allen wrenches. And some additional nuts and bolts. I'm sure I'll figure out where they'll go. And this fancy case. Let's get this stuff back in here. All right. Well, need to clean this thing up. For the most part, I've wiped down some of the oil, most of the oil. Haven't really done anything to it. I wanted to wait to record some of this. Just too close here. Maybe we can do it this way. I figured I would follow the manual. Came with a fancy manual. And really just
Follow the steps: uncrating and lubricating and clean up.
All right, so this is the first time I've really made an attempt at making videos for content on YouTube. So as you can see, you know, please forgive the unscripted lack of quality on these videos, but hopefully in time these will improve. But the content, the purpose of this is to show and share the experience of one of these mini lathes. You know, there's so many mixed reviews out there, a lot of bad reviews on these things. So I took a chance and bought one, and this is just going to be my journey through playing with it, getting to understand the machine, and hopefully using it to make some cool stuff. As you can see, my workshop, or my work area, is just a mess. I'm going to clean this up, probably off camera, get things sorted. But my next step is going to get this shield, this drip tray, oil tray, chip tray. It mounts to the bottom through some holes you can see. Oh, down in there. There it is. I got to get this crate bottom off. There's bolts underneath that go through. As you can see, it's started taking it out. But I need to get that off of there, figure out where I'm going to mount this thing. I want to drill some holes and mount it to the work top, bench top, in order to give it some stability. And hopefully clean all this mess up so I've got, you know, an area, a little bit more organized area to work. You know, it's just unboxing and cleaning things up, just become a mess. So the next thing I'm going to do is get all this cleaned up, get that crate off of the bottom of it, find out where I'm going to mount this, and try to get that part set up. I'll probably do all that off camera. There's really not much to see there. Pretty easy to do. Drill some holes, screw it to the bench. I'll come back when that's complete.